Welcome back to our sim of the Toronto Blue Jays 2020 season. I'm Jay Blue, and let's get going. We have lost our first game of the year, 3-1 to the Boston Red Sox. We're just going to sim the rest of the day and check out game number 2. Game number 2 is with Tanner Roark versus Nathan Eovaldi, and we're going to sim through this game. We're not going to play it. We're going to sim until the end of the day, and finish today is, the button that we're going to use for that. And as the game sims, we have our first save, and that save was gotten by Jordan Romano. So let's check out the box score and see how the game happened. We won 7-3. And Kevin Biggio was the standout performer. He had 4 hits. Went 4 for 5. He had 1 double in there. And we also got a home run from Reese McGuire. He was 2 for 4 with 2 RBI and 2 runs scored. We didn't have any stolen bases, but Bo Bichette was 1 for 4. Vladdy Guerrero was 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBI, 2 walks. So that's great. He's really taken walks now. And McGuire also hit a double, while Randall Grichuk was 1 for 4 with a double. If you can see down here, everybody got at least 1 hit. Rowdy was 1 for 4. Teoscar Hernandez 1 for 3 with an RBI. Travis Shaw was 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a run. Lourdes Gurriel was 1 for 5 with an RBI, and that covers all of our hitters. We see here that Tanner Roark had a solid game, pretty much what the Blue Jays acquired him for. He was 1-0 with 7 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, and 5 strikeouts. And Jordan Romano had a 2-inning save, striking out 3 without giving up a hit. If we look here, the Jays scored 3 runs in the 8th to really improve their lead. They had a 1-run lead here. That's why Romano got the save. He came in with a 1-run lead, held that down, and then I guess our manager decided that since the Jays scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th, that was no longer a safe situation for a new pitcher to be brought in. So Romano just stayed in the game, and he ends up earning the save with a 2-inning outing. So Kevin Biggio is our player of the game. We got 26,490 to the stadium. So we're just going to keep going. Let's take a look at our mail. Fans in Oakland rally behind Wayward Cat. I guess that's a mascot or something like that. And Shane Bieber got hit with a season-ending injury. So that's going to be pretty rough for those Cleveland folks. All right, today is Saturday, March 8th. We're going to play the game on Sunday. We're going to sim this game, and then we're going to actually sim live the Sunday game so that we set up a Monday to Sunday schedule. I think that's how we're going to do things, and then what will happen is we will start looking at minor leagues in the next episode of this sim. So we're going to finish today. It's now Sunday. We have one more piece of news from around the league, and that is Mike Moustakas going 5 for 5. So Mike had a good game. We actually won again, so let's take a look at that. It was 10-8 for the Jays over the Red Sox. Vladdy Guerrero had 3 ribbies, and Ken Giles got his first save of the season. So let's take a look down here. Vladdy was 4 for 5. He hit 2 doubles, and he did not hit a home run, but he hit 2 doubles. He's got 3 on the season. He's batting .636. That's a nice, tidy number. Lourdes Gurriel was 3 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBI. He also had a couple singles. Bo Bichette was 1 for 4. Teoscar Hernandez had a solid game, going 2 for 4 with a home run and driving in 3. So it looks like that we were getting on a lot, and that's quite positive to have 2 wins in 3 games against the Boston Red Sox. Matt Shoemaker did not have a good start. He had a no decision, 5 innings, 6 runs, 10 hits, gave up 2 home runs. Shun Yamaguchi also didn't do very well, 2 runs in 2 1/3 innings. Anthony Bass bailed him out, and Ken Giles struck out 2 in the 9th for the save. All right, now we're at Sunday, March 29th. We are going to play this game, and we're going to manage the game like we did that opening day matchup. This is the series finale here against the Red Sox. And let's just take a look at our lineup. We've got Reese McGuire catching. He had a good game, so we're going to keep him in there. We're facing a right-handed pitcher in Ryan Weber. And it's nice to get down to the fourth game. Then you're starting to get into the parts of the lineup, the parts of the rotation that aren't as strong. Weber is 29. He's got stuff of 40, movement 50, and control 60. So he may not walk a lot of guys. We've got Chase Anderson. He may give up some home runs, and that's somewhat troubling in Rogers Center, because Rogers Center tends to play small for home runs. Gives up a lot of home runs. All right, so I like this batting order. It's what we set up. With the lefty we'll have the righty on the mound. We'll have the left-handed hitter here in between, so we don't have three righties in a row. All right, we're gonna start the game. And we're just about ready. My computer, I think, loads a little slower than some. So here we go. Kevin Pillar is the leadoff batter, and we're going to get going, and we're going to pitch to Kevin Pillar. Pillar bunts it, and Anderson makes the play. I'm not sure why the second baseman went to second base on a bunt with nobody on base. That was kind of the weirdest thing I've seen. Again, there are some very strange issues going on with the animations here in OOTP 21. As I said in the previous one, I think they're better than they've ever been. But there's some strange things that tend to happen with these animations. All right, we're going to pitch around J.D. Martinez. J.D. Martinez is going to take a walk. Not the worst thing in the world. We're going to pitch to Devers. Devers strikes out a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So Chase Anderson's off to a decent start. Let's see if he can get Xander Bogaerts and get out of this first inning with no damage. Bogaerts hits a base hit up the middle, and they're going to hold Martinez at second base with a good throw. Here's Andrew Benintendi, and the pitch is hit towards the middle. Bo Bichette's going to take it and make the play at second base himself. And that is the inning. It's 0-0 after half of an inning, and Bo Bichette is up to bat against Ryan Weber. And the pitch, Bichette hits the ball hard up the middle. That's going to come down for a base hit for Bichette. And back to first he goes. That's going to bring up Cabin Biggio. Biggio had a big game in the second game of the season, but he opens this one up with a strikeout. And that brings up Big Vladdy. Vladdy's hitting .636 on the season. He's taken a couple walks. And here is the 2-2 pitch to Vlad. He hits that to second. They're going to turn two on a flip to the shortstop and back to first base for the double play. Here is Chase Anderson. Once again, he is facing Jackie Bradley Jr., and Bradley hits a high fly ball to center field. That's Randall Grichuk over there. He's going to make the catch quite easily for the first out of the inning. And he's pitching to Mitch Moreland, who gets a ground ball on a 3-1 pitch, and that's the second out. So a quick inning here for Chase Anderson, and Reese McGuire is his catcher. Chavis is up to bat. Chavis is the second baseman. And he walks him. So that's the second walk of the day for Chase Anderson. And here comes the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. Lucroy hits a line drive to right field, but that's pretty much right at Teoscar Hernandez, who makes the catch fairly easily, and that's the top of the second inning. And up to bat is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's got a 1-strike count, swings at the ball, and grounds it to second base. All right, Travis Shaw with a 2-1 count. Shaw hits the ball in the air to right field, but it's not very deep, and Kevin Pillar is going to catch that ball for the out. And in the second inning, we got 2 outs for Randall Grichuk. Grichuk is going to hit a ground ball to second base, and he is out at first. So that is the second inning. We've now got Kevin Pillar leading off the third. And he strikes out Pillar. That's a nice pitch there. We got J.D. Martinez. We tried pitching around him last time, and he walked, and this time he strikes out on a breaking ball, froze him on the 73-mile-an-hour curveball. That's 2 outs now in the third inning. We've got Rafael Devers. Devers hits a little pop-up back to the mound. Anderson clears out for Bichette, who comes in to make the catch. That's actually a pretty good bit of animation there, and typically a pitcher will not make those catches. He'll get out of the way of the infielder coming in. It's still tough because of that mound, so good job by Bichette making that catch. Teoscar Hernandez leads off the third. And even though the stadium sound engineer is playing the charge call and the fans are getting really into it, he strikes out. And now we got Rowdy Tellez, works a count full and takes a walk. Rowdy's on first base for Reese McGuire. McGuire's got a 1-2 count and takes strike 3. That brings up Bichette at the top of the order. And the pitch to Bichette. And it gets away from Lucroy, and Rowdy Tellez gets to second base. It's a 2-0 count, and Bichette hits it to third base and is retired. Well, we head to the top of the fourth. It's still a 0-0 game. We've got no runs. I think we have 1 hit, and I think they've got 1 or 2. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. Bogaerts strikes out on a changeup. And now we have Andrew Benintendi. He's got 1 strike on him. And the pitch to Benintendi, he hits that fairly solidly to center field. Randall Grichuk runs over. He got a good jump on that one, and it's 2 outs. And Jackie Bradley Jr., he hits that ball hard to left field. That's going to be off the wall. Lourdes Gurriel picks it up, gets it into the cutoff man, Bo Bichette, and they're going to hold Bradley to second base. All right, we have Mitch Moreland at the plate. 2 outs, and we've got a 3-2 count, and a cutter at 91 miles an hour gets him for the end of the inning. After top of 4, it is 0-0. Kevin Biggio up to lead off the inning. It's a 3-2 count, and he's going to take a ball 4. He's got a walk and a strikeout so far for Kevin Biggio. And here's our friend Vladdy Guerrero. Vladdy, and he gets it in the head. And he looks like he's okay, but he's going to head down to first with a hit batter. I think the guys on the bench are looking out at Weber, and I think they're wondering, which of the Boston Red Sox guys they're going to hit. All right, here's Gurriel. Gurriel laces a single to left field. Biggio is going to hold at third base. We don't want him. It was a shallow hit, and Biggio is not that slow, but he's not that fast, and Benintendi has a good arm, so we held him up there. We load the bases with nobody out for Travis Shaw. And here comes the pitch to Shaw. It is ripped down the right field line, and 1 run is going to score, and they're going to send Vladdy Guerrero Jr. to the plate. Here comes the throw. Here's the slide, and he is safe. It's a 2-run single for Travis Shaw. And the Blue Jays are on the board thanks to Travis Shaw. We've got nobody out here in the 4th inning for Randall Grichuk. Grichuk hits it down the third base line now, and that looks like that's going to score a run. And it's 3-0 on a double by Randall Grichuk. It's 4-0. They scored 2 on that one. here is Teoscar Hernandez. And the ball gets away. Grichuk's going to take third. The Blue Jays are really settling in here. They've got 4 runs in already in the 4th and nobody out. And it's a 3-2 count. And Teoscar Hernandez gets a base hit to right field. That is going to score a 5th run. What a big inning here for the Toronto Blue Jays. They're just rallying and rallying, bringing up Rowdy Tellez with Heath Hembree in to relieve the struggling starter. And Hembree gets Tellez for the first out of the inning. Hembree, a righty. This is his first outing of the season. Here comes Reese McGuire, a left-handed hitter. He's going to take strike 3. That's his second strikeout of the game. And Bo Bichette is up to bat. And he hits the ball. It's not a very hard hit. It's a shallow fly ball to left field. And he is retired. So after 4 innings, the Toronto Blue Jays take a 5-run lead for Chase Anderson, who's on the mound facing Michael Chavis. And Chavis hits it to Guerrero, who makes the play to first quite easily. And there's 1 out now for Jonathan Lucroy. And the 0-2 pitch to Lucroy is a fastball that gets by him. That's Anderson's 6th strikeout today. And Kevin Pillar, former Blue Jay, longtime Blue Jay, comes up. He hits the ball high in the air. That's to deep left field. Gurriel goes back. And he's at the track, and he makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. And the Blue Jays are through 4.5. They've got a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Cabin Biggio is going to lead off that inning. And he takes the pitch from the sidewinder and flares it out to left field. Is that going to drop? No. Benintendi makes it. And that is 1 out for the Blue Jays. Vladdy Guerrero is up to bat. He's got 2 strikes on him. And he's going to hit a flare into right field. That's shallow enough to drop in for a base hit for the 3rd baseman. And that puts the Blue Jays on the bases. And here comes Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Gurriel has a single. He hits the ball in the air to left. That looks like that's going to be caught. And back to first goes Guerrero. And up to bat now, Travis Shaw. We've got the left-handed hitter. Shaw is 1 for 2 today. He's also driven in 2 runs for the Blue Jays in that big 4th inning. He hits the ball high and foul, and that's going to be caught by the first baseman, Mitch Moreland, and that ends the inning. And the Blue Jays get a hit, but nothing else, and it's 5-0 after 5 innings. Chase Anderson is cruising along. He's given up 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 innings, and 6 strikeouts. He's pitching to J.D. Martinez, and it's a 1-1 count. And Martinez hits the ball in the air. That's pretty shallow. In comes Grichuk, and he makes the catch. So that's 1 out. At the plate now is Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 2 so far. And here comes the 3-1 pitch to Devers. Devers hits it hard down the right field side, and that's going to go off the wall. And Teoscar Hernandez picks it up, gets it back in towards second base. And that's a stand-up double for Rafael Devers. Xander Bogaerts up to the bat. And Bogaerts hits it hard to right field. He knocks it down in right, but that's a hit, and Devers takes third base. Got runners on first and third with 1 out. This is the first real bit of trouble that Anderson has been in all game, and we're in the top of the 6th. We're going to go to the bullpen now, and we're going to get Wilmer Font up. And we head back to game action. And we're facing Andrew Benintendi. We're going to make the infield double play depth. We're going to hope for a ground ball. And it gets away. That's going to score a run. And the shutout is broken. A wild pitch. I'm going to bring the infield back to normal and pitch to Benintendi. It's 2-0. Benintendi hits a high fly ball. That's to right field. Grichuk makes the catch. And it looks like Bogaerts is going to tag up and be safe at third base. Now, Jackie Bradley Jr., 82 pitches now for Chase Anderson. And he hits the ball to second base. Biggio up with it, makes the throw to first. And that is the inning. The Blue Jays give up 1 run. And it is now 5-1 going into the bottom of the 6th. We're actually going to sit down Wilmer Font. And we're going to have Randall Grichuk here. Grichuk has a double in the 4th inning, and he's going to ground out to shortstop. Xander Bogaerts makes the play quite easily for Randall Grichuk. Teoscar Hernandez up now with 1 out. Hernandez is 1 for 2. He's got an RBI. And he takes strike 3, and there are now 2 outs for Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy is 0 for 1. He's got a walk. And the pitch to Rowdy is swung on and missed. That's 2 outs. That's 3 outs in the inning. And after 6 complete innings, that is a score of 5-1 for the Blue Jays. So we're actually going to get Font back up. We've let him sit down a little bit. We want him in the bullpen. We're at 88 pitches. He still looks like he's pretty good, but we're going to see if we can get through the bottom of the order here for the Red Sox in the 7th. Maybe get 7 innings out of Chase Anderson in his Blue Jays debut. And the first pitch, the first batter in a 1-2 count, hits it high in the air to left field line. Lourdes Gurriel gets it and makes the catch for 1 out. Now we have Michael Chavis, and the right-handed hitter has a 1-1 count. He hits a fly ball to left field, and that's another out. So we've got 2 outs. Now we're at 96 pitches for Chase Anderson. This may very well be his last batter, and it's the 3rd time through the order. So, for a starter, if you can get through the order 3 times, that's generally a solid start. And Lucroy hits a soft grounder to short. Bichette up with it, makes the throw to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the 7th. And that's going to do it for Anderson. And now we have Reese McGuire. He is 0 for 2 today. And he's going to face Hembry. And he grounds it down the first base line, but it gets away from Mitch Moreland. And that's going to be an error. McGuire gets on base on the error. And here's Bo Bichette with a runner on first. And he takes strike 3 called. 1 out, 1 on. And we've got Cavan Biggio here. We're actually going to go ahead. It's late in the game. We're going to go ahead and put a faster runner on for McGuire. Mainly, we don't have to, but, we're a little bit bored. So we're going to put Derek Fisher on for McGuire. And then we're going to bring Danny Jansen in to catch. So we've got that runner. Lucroy he's a good defensive catcher. He's got a decent arm, but we're definitely more able to run on him than someone like Christian Vasquez. We're actually going to do a hit and run here with Cavan Biggio. And the pitch is a ground ball to second base. And Biggio is retired, but at least we are out of the double play situation. Fisher's on second base. Now he's in scoring position for Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And they're going to intentionally walk Vladdy Jr. and they're going to bring up Lourdes Gurriel. Again, it's good to have a runner on second base. A single will score him, and he belts it to right field. That's off the wall. That is going to score Derek Fisher, and that just paid off. They get a run, and Gurriel made them regret walking Vladdy to get to him. It's 6-1 Blue Jays, and Travis Shaw is up to bat now, facing the right-hander. And he's going to take a walk to load the bases. They're facing now Colton Brewer, and Randall Grichuk is on. And Grichuk strikes out to end the 7th inning. All right, so here we go. We are going to make a couple changes. We're going to bring Danny Jansen in here to play catcher. And we're going to bring in Wilmer Font to take over for Chase Anderson. And we are facing the top of the order, Kevin Pillar. And Pillar hits a high fly ball to center field. Randall Grichuk over. Looks like he's just cruising and makes the catch. Wilmer Font up to bat, pitching, and he's going to face J.D. Martinez. Gets a ground ball to short, and he is out. And third batter up this inning, Rafael Devers. I'm going to pitch around him. Devers is a tough hitter, and he takes a walk. Again, we're not really worried about giving up too many runs. Oh, and Biggio drops the ball, and that would have been the third out on a 102-mile-an-hour fastball. But apparently they're giving the error to Bichette, and now they've got runners on first and second for Andrew Benintendi. And Font makes up for that by striking out Benintendi with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And the Blue Jays are up to bat. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And Teoscar hits a fly ball to right field. And that's going to be caught by Kevin Pillar. Still facing Colton Brewer, we've got the left-handed hitting Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy is up, and he takes a walk. That's another walk by Rowdy. Danny Jansen's going to get his first at-bat in the game, facing right-hander Marcus Walden, and he strikes out after a 2-2 count. Gone on the cutter. And now we've got Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette's got a 2-2 count, and another strikeout for Bo Bichette. Going now to the top of the ninth. We're going to keep Font in the game, but we are going to warm up. I'm going to save Jordan Romano for a different situation. We're going to warm up Sam Gaviglio. Just in case. I think Font, even though he threw 22 pitches, I think he's got something left for at least a batter or two. Plus, we're getting into the bottom of the order. So he's got a 3-1 count on Jackie Bradley Jr., who lifts a fly ball to left field, and Lourdes Gurriel catches the ball for the first out. Mitch Moreland, left-handed hitter, up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 and strikes out going 0 for 4. And here is Font facing Michael Chavis, facing the righty. This could be the last batter of the game for Chavis, for Wilmer Font. And here he is with a pitch that is grounded up the middle. And he's got a single for Michael Chavis. All right, so we're going to actually say enough is enough for Wilmer Font. We're going to bring in Sam Gaviglio, return to the game, and Gaviglio kicks, and he is going to pitch to Jonathan Lucroy, who hits a line drive to right field, and Teoscar Hernandez reins it in. And that puts the bow on this one. The Blue Jays have beaten the Boston Red Sox 6-1. A nice big win, getting an impressive start from Chase Anderson. Anderson is the player of the game. 7 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He gets the win. Wilmer Font, an inning and 2/3, a hit and a walk, 2 strikeouts, and Sam Gaviglio finished it off. On the offensive side, Lourdes Gurriel had 2 hits, including a double. He drove in 1. Travis Shaw drove in 2 and had a walk on a single. Randall Grichuk hit a double, drove in 2. And we had Vladdy Guerrero, 1 for 2 with a walk. And Teoscar Hernandez had another hit and an RBI. Bo Bichette struck out twice, Teoscar twice, Rowdy Tellez twice. So that's going to wrap it up. We got a couple of nice achievements here, and we're going to wrap up the game today. We are finished this Sunday, and we will see you for our next episode. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to check out GM Games, and don't forget to check out Blue Jays from Away. I'm Jay Blue, signing off.